Now this is what we've actually been waiting for from Vlad. It's the BENELLI, well, the BENELLI decal. What they do, they sell you a whole set. And what Vlad is going to do, we're going to try to use the one. Let me just show this, what we're going to try to do. There's two other sets of decals in here. And we are coming down a home stretch on this part of the project. And then we have a set of track bike bodywork we're going to do. And that'll be the last thing, hopefully, we'll do. And then the riding season starts. Let's hope. Anyway, he's got all these little, let me show these up close. They're kind of neat little stickers. And what he wants to do is, the guy that makes the stickers for Mark apparently has had some good luck dealing with, and Mark has enough stickers on his bike. The guy's probably a millionaire by now. Doesn't matter. There's some other nice ones for various other BENELLI bikes. I'm not sure if this is a Tornado or a what, but the decal we're interested in right now is this one. So the first thing we're going to do, and this is going to be a little more involved than you might think it is. There's still a couple little flaws around here. Vlad was over here today, and I'm working late in the day, but it doesn't matter. I'm looking. There's a couple little flaws, so I'm going to basically wet sand the whole part down. Then I'm going to carefully measure off the good part, get a tape border, put the good decal on, and then depending on the weather, if it's already dark outside or if I can beat the darkness here, I'll get the clear on, or tomorrow, I'll get the clear on tomorrow. But the main thing is I want to get this more than anything else, and we did the color test on this paint, which worked out great, by the way. The color match is absolutely perfect. So getting this, just a final scuffing will be just one extra step, one extra little thing that'll make it really, really nice. And then the track bike stuff, we're just going to do a little average level finish like a factory would do. Maybe a little less clear. I don't know. I know we're getting to the end of our clear here. Maybe I got to get Vlad to pick up another gallon. I don't know. We're going to see. See if we can stretch it out. But we did learn a couple of things. With this silver paint is absolutely beautiful. Nice to work with, covers, and it's a perfect match. Unlike some of the other paints that we've had to deal with on this project. Now I'm going to do the rest of the sanding of this off camera, but I did want to show that I want this part where the decal is actually going to sit. If I have a little speck of dust or a little imperfection in the paint, what happens? The decal then has a little bubble in it. And these decals sometimes can be really difficult to get on nice and straight. So I'm going to, when I get the whole part sanded out, make a tape border measuring off of the other part, which we have the good part. Not just eyeball it and look at it. And then once that's on, then I've got to make this a critical decision. If it's too late in the day to paint, I don't like to do this when it's dark. I like to have bright sunlight. And if not, I'll wait till tomorrow. It won't really matter because I'll have this done for Vlad in really good time, that the track day season hasn't even started. So he'll have it in plenty of time. Now, the way I measure stuff like this is with a piece of paper, not a ruler. I pick 2 points, front, and I can't go up here, of course. And what I try to do is get it right on the edge of where the decal would be and where the bottom is. Now, you may think this is funny. Why doesn't he just do it with a ruler? Well, this way is actually, to my way of thinking, just a little bit better. The reason is sometimes I've done this. You measure this as 3 3/4, and then in your mind, you know, you got to remember I'm old. In the mind, you go and do it, and you really have 3 and something else, and you've forgotten a number. Well, this is just as easy. I just use up these old business cards, and I can check that. And once I get that dimension, I'll have a piece of tape laid out. In fact, I have to lay it out. I have to take into account this P, which is about 1/16 of an inch. I have to allow for that. The P in the super bike drops down, so we got to allow for that. Now, of course, the next thing is just to check it, because I want the bottom, and that's just about accurate as can be. That's good. Now, an example, if you find out this is too high, rather than re-estimate it, you can just put the other piece of tape underneath it and then take this one up. Saves you from all that measuring again. Well, now it's time to see if it's our lucky day and get this lined up. And again, you never know if it's your lucky day with these stickers and decals and whatever. They can be a little testy at times. So we know we want to be just big enough on top of that we're not dealing with that the P in Superbike. Now, of course, there's other ways to do this with soapy water, and there's a million ways to do this. This is the way that I always say it's the devil I know. Lay it out with a tape window that you're comfortable with. By the way, I'm using two of these cards. I call them IBM cards. They're old business cards. And just get it as flat as you can while you have the clear on top. A lot of these, when you go to move them, they don't move, so you've got to get it right now. And once I get it that it's flat, now I can use my bare hand. I can put a little more pressure on it, get the corners and edges and angles and everything up. Now, if there's any chance at all that you're going to pull this up when you actually go to remove the clear topping, then of course a little bit of heat is in order. But we're going to see if this is... Some of them are good quality, and it has two things. The quality is one thing, and the age. As these get older, you never know if the glue is going to get stickier or less sticky, and I think the ones made in Europe use different kind of glue, because I've had some issues with the Moto Guzzi ones that were... issue is not even giving them the benefit of a doubt. I'm using the back end of a razor, not the front end. And now it's time to see. Let's see if Vlad went to church today. When we go to pull this up, if everything stays down nice and neat. Let's get one right here. We've got it in exactly the right position. I'm not worried about that. Now, this is always the test. If you start pulling this up slowly and it leaves, as soon as you see something starting to pull up, if it does, you want to put the clear right back down and press it down. Again, heat, if all else fails, a little bit of heat is okay. It's certainly starting to look like this is going to be okay. We'll find out. And remember, these stickers can be a royal pain in the butt, boy. And when they are, always a moment of tension at that last moment. You don't need to line up now. And we just made it on the P on the Superbike. The word Superbike, we've got one little spot up here that maybe we could get that out. I don't know. Up here a little bit. Other than that, it looks like we got one little wrinkle there I got to work out. Now, the only thing left here, I want to tack rag this down. Tack rag the whole thing, in fact. And it's still light enough that I can get, I didn't know how long this was going to take. I can get some of the clear on here, and if everything looks like it's going well, we may get all the clear on here, I don't know. We need at least 2 or 3 coats on top of the decals, and then an extra coat on everything. But that looks pretty good. It's late in the day and the wind is still blowing a little bit, but I do want to get this clear on. I just have to, I wouldn't walk away on a day like today, that's for sure. It's a little awkward, but without the house and the wind, I'd never be able to paint. So in a roundabout way, I'm using a house as a spray booth. Yeah, that's the end of the first coat. I'm going to sit out here and just wait and see. I don't want this thing blowing away. Well, I think that's just the next step on this is it's going to have to dry up at least 2 or 3 days before we hit this with a buffing wheel. Do the final wet sanding. But that pretty much is, wow, it came out pretty nice. And as I always say at the end of every video, thanks for watching.